Morning, folks. It's me again, Shannon Fox here, Devoted Patriots 2 channel. And the same over on Rumble, same name, just all one word. If you want to check that out, I've got about a half a dozen videos over there for those who don't know. I hadn't been doing a lot over there, but I just did want to get a Rumble channel started as well, just because of where I'm at. May not always be here due to the CommieTube situation with the censorship. I don't like it over here as much as I should, I guess. I think I reach more people over here, but in reality, I think CommieTube does a whole lot of throttling with the thumb on the censorship scale, and just they don't promote conservatives over here, and there's no doubt about it. But that's another story. Let me go ahead and drink a little bit of my coffee, get some stories here for you folks. Before I really get into any of these stories, I just want to say this. This movie that's coming out, this GMA series tonight about the insurrection. Well, they're doing everything they can to paint Orange Man bad again because they have nothing else. And I just put out a video a few minutes ago about Joyless Behar getting schooled by a black conservative, got red-pilled with just the truth about what is really going on, what this GMA show is all about, why everybody is being subpoenaed at this point, including Peter Navarro, why they're going so hard after the Republicans at this point. They've been going after Oath Keepers and several different people that were and were not involved in the whole J6 thing. What this is all about, this is about distraction. They know they're going to do bad in the primaries. They know they're going to do bad in 2024. But right now, they are doing damage control, and they do not have any proper tools. They don't have a broom. They don't have a dustpan. They ain't got a mop to clean up their mess. And truth of the matter is, the whole world sees their mess, especially us Americans who are dealing with the gas prices and the economy being in the toilet. While they try to say, well, what happened a year and a half ago is the whole problem here. Well, truth be known, what happened a year and a half ago is not on everybody's mind anymore. And so they've got to bring it fresh to the table again with a primetime show with George Stephanopoulos, of course, and the Lion Hacks over here on GMA, ABC, Disney, woke corporation, anti-American corporation as far as I'm concerned, with their lion left mentality. Now, this is what I suggest. I suggest nobody give them a single rating by watching that crap that's coming on mainstream television, this GMA insurrection thing. It's going to be Hollywood produced. It's going to be pre-recorded. It's going to be pre-edited. It's going to shine a really bad light on anybody they can in this situation. They're going to try to make it look like it was the most violent thing that ever happened in American history. At the same time, they're not going to ask any of the great questions that I would like to know. You know, if we're going to have reporters and news media and Hollywood people and Sham Pelosi and Adam Kinzinger and Liz Cheney and the whole crew get over and play actors for a minute, we need to be able to ask some of the right questions. You know, I think Tucker Carlson's going to do his own version of this whole thing, except for he's going to be asking the proper questions. He's going to be asking, what was Nancy's involvement? Why were the Capitol Police not set up in a better position to not allow these people in the building? Why were some of the Ray Epps and the people that got into the Capitol that are alleged feds never prosecuted? Why is all the Antifa members that were there not prosecuted? Why is the video, 10,000 hours of video footage, still unavailable to Congress, with the exception of the J6 committee? Why, if this committee was such an honest situation, would it take 2 rhinos and 7 hardcore Democrats to call it a bipartisan situation? There is nothing fair, nothing bipartisan about this whole situation. We all know this. So for anybody that watches this stuff, these are the people that sit at home, that have no cable, have no fire stick, they don't get on the internet much, and they believe everything that GMA and ABC tells them, and local Fox tells them as well. This is what's going on. they're trying to change the narrative. They're looking so bad in the midterms already. 7 states, the numbers are starting to come in. They already seen what happened to them last week and the week before that. And as the weeks go on and we see more and more Democrats lose their primary races, the writing's on the wall and they know it. And there's not a lot they can do to stop it. They've already crapped in their own bed, as they say. And now they're trying to figure out how to blame it on Republicans. And truth of the matter is, this is not an Amber Heard case. This is America. And if you crap in your own bed, you have to lie in it. And that's the way it works here. And so the Democrats get everything they deserve coming November 8th, which is hopefully fired. That's what I'm hoping. I hope half of them go to jail and the other half get fired. And that's just my opinion, but that's what I believe needs to happen in order to get our country headed back in the right direction. Now let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and get off of here because it's just a whole bunch of opinion and what I think is going on with that J6 thing. I will not be watching that tonight, but I will be watching Tucker Carlson's version of the truth. He'll be talking about the things that they didn't talk about on this movie, or won't be talking about on this, like why the electronic door was unlocked from the inside. See, there's 100 questions that I have about what happened, because I've seen a lot of this video footage, and I know darn well that this was not just some angry people that broke in the building. There was a lot more going on, including the FBI's involvement, including who they choose to prosecute, including how they treat these prisoners, including using everybody as a pawn that was involved in this. This is all for show, and it's just being called out now. And I think this GMA attempt to gain some voters probably not going to help much. Most American people have seen this stuff in over and over and over and over and over again on the local news stations. And this is what I know for a fact. If there was any new evidence against anybody involved, even one person, especially Trump, they would have already brought this stuff out and tried to put somebody in jail over it. But in reality, they're not going to be able to prosecute anybody behind any of this. They're not going to prove anybody did anything any more unjust than what was already been done. They're not going to come up with new evidence. They don't have that stuff. If they did, they would have been screaming about it for 6 months now and putting it on the front page of every mainstream media article in unison until today. Well, they don't have anything extra, so they got Hollywood producers over there just trying to make stuff up at this point. It ought to be comical more than anything else. It's actually a sad day for our country, but more than that, it's sad to think that the Democrats are going to try to use that as their only tool to get people to not vote conservative. Put all those deplorables in the same basket, will you? Well, it's not going to work. It doesn't matter. Like that woman said like that black conservative said on The View this morning, she said, people have seen the January 6th footage. People care more about the price of the gasoline, and they care more about feeding their families today and what's going on with the economy more than they give a rat's ass about what's really going on with something that happened a year and a half ago that y'all are trying to walk through the mud again in hopes that it will make your party look better. She called it out and said, it ain't working. And that's the truth of the matter. That's all I got for you on that. I will throw a couple of, I'm going to do another quick video real quick and just give you some highlights of some articles. Like, subscribe, and share. Devoted Patriots. Have a good one.